pressure in another fine margins Premier League game just tips the wrong way for your side today. What's your verdict on that, please?
Yeah, I think it was a really competitive game. I think we certainly played our part in that. It was, I think at least even in terms of the opportunities that we had. Crystal Palace had their opportunity as well, and we know we certainly feel that we were good value for a goal today, and we're really, really close on a couple of occasions to getting the first goal. And of course it's a sickening result. Of course, to come away from home and be as competitive as we were against a strong Crystal Palace side who've been in good form for a good period of time, to do it in a week where we've been away and played 120 minutes in the FA Cup on Monday night and with a depleted squad, to come and compete as we have today, is another reflection of a lot of good things in the group that they're showing. But we also know that we have to keep working to turn those margins in the favour, and I know that's been the story for a lot of the season, but that's the only path forward. That's the reality of it. We've still got a group that's learning and growing and developing. You still, Julio Enciso playing his second game, Jin Philigine's a few games into his career here. We got the large majority of the group are very, very early in their Premier League experiences and careers, and they're learning all the time, and I think you can see individual growth and development in individuals and in the group, and we need to try and accelerate that as much as we can to turn the margins in our favour and to try and pick up some wins and some points in the remaining 10 games, starting especially next week.
Any issues with winning goal at all? I believe Luke Wolfenden's just talked about maybe more pressure should have been put on the referee to have a look at whether it was a foul on Calvin.
Yeah, Calvin thought it was a foul. I haven't looked at that aspect of it too much, to be honest. It's it's a tackle that we win, ricochets to Sarr, and then he shows the level, his acceleration over 3-4 yards from where the ball ricocheted to him to end up 6 yards out 1v1 with the goalkeeper is an incredible acceleration, and shows the level of the league and the execution that they had to take the goal. So we'll look at that bit of it. I don't think we've defended the situation too badly. I certainly don't think we've defended in the game too badly, considering it was a pretty open game at times. But yeah, there's certainly an element of luck in the goal. But as always, we'll focus on the bits that we can control and trying to get better at those.
How close were some of those players fitness-wise today? Julio's obviously straight back in after an absence, Calvin as well.
Yeah, that was big positives. And we know we've missed important players all through the season, so yeah, we haven't been able to get as settled as what we'd like to be, but to have those two back was big positive. I thought Calvin was another really strong performance, and he's certainly working back towards the level and hopefully maybe beyond where he's been before. We feel that Julio's going to be a big addition for us if we can keep him fit, so it's been a big blow to lose him, but good to have him back today, good to get Omari on the pitch. And yeah, as much as we've lost Axel for a good period of time, we've also had players coming back into the team today who can help us, and it means that although is it March, whatever month we're in, it's still a group. We still got Jaden's maybe third game. He's probably played 3 different right backs and right tens in the game. So that's just the challenge that we've had, and we got to respond to that challenge in the best way, and that's just work and time. And we know we don't have time, but we need to use and maximise that time as well as we can.
Kieran, you rightly say that players early in their Premier League careers, they've got to develop. There were a couple of good chances today that I thought maybe the players snatched that a little bit. Do you think that was down to nerves or the inexperience? Because we certainly had chances today, or created chances today.
Yeah, we certainly had chances, and we can do better in a couple of situations for sure. We had some big overload moments in the second half. We had some big moments around the box. But we're coming up against really, really strong, physically strong, top quality defenders, a really top quality goalkeeper who I know well, who made some good saves. And Crystal Palace have won the game with, again, a fantastic moment from Sarr. I think it's unlucky from our point of view, but also, he showed why he has, played at a really good level for a good period of time and played in the Premier League for a few seasons because his acceleration is outstanding and his touch to get into that position and then takes it really well. So look, our group we know is, if you're talking about the forwards in the front line today, you got Jaden, just turned 23, Liam 22, just turned 22, Julio just 21, Jack Clark just turned 24, Omari comes on, just turned 22, checking my math, but it's a lot of talented young players, and to have that at Ipswich Town is a real positive thing, but it also means they're not going to be a finished product. If they were a finished product, they wouldn't be at Ipswich Town. We've got to keep working and believing in those boys and pushing in them to get better, and I'm sure they all will.